Damn it.
Yeah.
In a little bit, I'll kick in the the intro, if you will, and whatnot.
Bro, what is this
Shift
shit? What's the
into
currency? How does this shit?
turbo.
I can't read this shit.
What shit are you trying to read?
I think it says
Uh-oh.
like 5,000 yen. What is that? What is that converted to? America.
So let's see, America, Star Wars. So if you are trying to get the tickets,
Damn, bro.
I know for my 3 day pass, it cost me in US dollars wise, it cost me like about $1.50, $1.60.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wait. By a buck, you mean 100
Yes.
for
Nah,
for 3 days?
yes.
Why? That's it?
I mean, it could be that the conversion of money. Again,
It's
I don't
it's the
know.
money conversion. It's the money
Yeah.
conversion. That's why the VIP tickets are sold out. If I
Yeah.
had to guess.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So we'll see about that. What was I gonna tell you? Yeah. So it was shockingly that price range, and yeah, if you want to, I mean, again, after the stream, you and Sam and I will talk about plans for that, but I'll bring it up in a few minutes so people know that hey, if you didn't know, they're on sale now, so best get them now instead of waiting for it to be a Christmas, Hanukkah, or birthday present or anniversary present. Get it
But once I
now.
buy these tickets, this is a wrap. It means that I'm 100% gonna have to go.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Mike.
Are
Hey.
you going live, or are you just recording?
I'm live.
He's live right now.
Oh, we did not do an intro.
Yo,
or
what's up,
anything.
y'all? It's FCL 020. I'm back, my boy.
Like I said, we're gonna be live, and then in a few minutes, I'll kick
I
in
don't know
an
how I
intro.
feel about that. I feel so old that y'all are quoting stuff that I haven't talked about in years.
Mikey, I'm so proud of it that you memorized that and you said like that.
Yeah, I
Man,
remember like
three- that's
scripture. You know how it is, back to back.
I'll do something in a bit in
Oh,
honor of
man.
somebody. But yeah, let's see. Okay, hello.
49,000 yen. Let's see what that's converted.
You don't want to know.
Fuck. It's yen, right? That's the currency, or am I just an idiot?
Yes.
Oh, $325.
Did you
That's not bad.
get my message for D23, Sam?
Yeah, I barely did.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. What was I gonna say to you? Busy. Go ahead and get your 3 day, man. If it's still available, you might want to go ahead and cop it.
No, I'm buying them individually. Like
I would say
there's no
do that.
3 days. I'm buying them individually.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to get
And
into
this
that.
is for Star Wars Celebration.
Wait.
Yes.
I'm gonna
What's
ask
up,
y'all a
buddy?
question. Can you get it refunded?
Yeah, that's what I just got.
You can.
Wait, what'd you say, Sam?
Okay.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
you can. It's in a weird way. The
Wait,
way
what are we talking about?
the badges for Celebration.
Okay. No, yeah,
From my
yeah.
experience, is that you either refund them or you can resell them if you can't make it one. I know people did that for London.
Now,
and
people
Anaheim.
resell shit all the time. I'll literally resell it for like, even if I get half the money back, I'll be satisfied.
Well, I was just saying because if I end up getting you guys passes to be able to go, I want you guys to be able to get your money back.
Nah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, I'll take that shit 100%. I just, I want to be able to go, and I don't want to. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while, so I really don't want to put all my,
Yeah, I think that the press passes are equivalent of VIP and some more. But
And I would hope that's the case, but like you know how some of these events are, like they're a fucking pain in the ass, like
Can
like
be. Yeah.
New York, like they you gotta suck their cock in order to get in. I'm not doing this.
we are live, Busy.
Oh no, are we?
I said
Busy.
it how many
We
times?
literally talked about this in the very beginning.
I'm focused. My bad.
Yeah, the last 3 digits of your the credit card statement. I
Shit.
think was it 345. I think the expiration date is July 12th.
Where's your
20.
logo, Ronan? Where's the
I
logo?
gotta
start
turn
the
on my
thing?
lights. I really didn't know that.
What's up? What's up?
Shit, I feel like an idiot.
So for 15 seconds out, I'm gonna kick in
I
the
got that
intro
reference.
to the normal podcast, the Syndicate podcast, and then from there we can officially start talking Star Wars. And we then are for if anybody is not aware, we are live. Live.
Hey yo,
Hey, and we're live now. So if you want to say your piece or say stuff, we also have the private chat, if you will. But anybody, whoever's watching, happy May the 4th. It is Star Wars Day. We are live. Estamos vivo, if anybody, por la raza latina que está viendo el stream. Feliz día del 4 de mayo. Es día de Star Wars, o Guerras de las Galaxias. Boys, another year. Another addition to this franchise. How are we doing? And for anybody who don't know us, I am Ronan Unchained. I have here with me Samuel Leggett from Team JVS. I hope he's driving safe. I have Busy Braun from Busy Braun's YouTube channel, and I have Jedi Mike from Jedi Mike 7's YouTube channel. Boys, how we doing?
trying to buy my Star Wars Celebration tickets real quick.
I'm trying to get home safely.
I'm watching Cat Williams right now live on Netflix.
That's amazing. But yes, it's another year of celebrating the galaxy far, far away. And there's a lot to talk about, discuss, if we want to or not. This is more or less. But yeah, let me ask you first of all this before we go further, is that as of today, as Star Wars fans, how are we feeling? Are we happy? Are we excited? Are we lukewarm about stuff going forward? How are we feeling about stuff? Also, cheers for anybody celebrating.
I personally am really excited. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm excited what Dave Filoni has been doing. The groundwork that he's kind of done in the past 3 years alone. I mean, of course, I know you guys have like literally sized up everything he's done with Clone Wars. I don't know Clone Wars. I just know the groundwork that he's done in the past 4 to 3 years have been amazing. I haven't been this excited about what they're going to do with their movie slate or TV slate or even animation in a very long time. And a lot of this is kind of like self-discovery for me. Like, some of the stuff I didn't know, and I don't know where this lies, but I'm very excited for the lot of future projects that are coming, and even equally as much as, I can't believe I'm saying it, even the series. Because on Disney Plus, like, there's some great things on Disney Plus, but Star Wars has actually been knocking it out of the park, to be quite honest with you. Like, I was one of those ones that actually enjoyed Obi-Wan. I was one of those ones that really loved Ahsoka. And what they did with Tales of the Empire, that was phenomenal. I mean, Tales of the Jedi was great, but it's kind of like an extension to that with Tales of the Empire. So I'm pleasantly excited and surprised what they have coming next and in the next 4 to 3 years. So that's where I'm at. I'm excited to be a fan.
Oh, is it my turn? Oh, is he?
Yes, it's your turn, Busy.
Oh, hey. So, yeah. I mean, I was really happy with what we got with Tales. I'm a big Clone Wars fan. Grew up watching it, and to see the continuation of a character, I don't know if we're allowed to spoil, but of a character that I've been waiting to see for a very long time. A character that I was hoping that would pop up in the Ahsoka series. It was really cool. And for someone that didn't really care about Morgan Elsbeth's character, I was, really happy with what they did here. And I mean, this goes the same with different shows that I've seen in the past. I think this goes for me and Sam with the show that we're currently watching that we're not allowed to talk about. But there's characters that you can just look at. They feel like they're just there. You don't like, and then they dive into their history. They dive into more stuff about that character, and they're instantly just more likable. And I feel like that was the deal with Elsbeth. To be able to see more of her backstory just made her 10 times more appealing. But I'm just loving everything that they're doing right now. Bad Batch has been fun. I'm nothing too crazy, but it's just been fun to just kick back and be a Star Wars fan. So I'm happy with what we got, and I know it's just gonna get crazier and crazier from this point.
Good. Mikey, what about you?
So asking me my stance on Star Wars right now. In terms of shows, I mean, kind of like hit or miss for me. I think Ahsoka was the first show I got like my wife to watch, as it's going on, and she really enjoyed it. For me, I enjoyed parts of it. Have moments of it that might have had issues with it. But on the grand scheme of things, again, my main focus is like much as I like Bad Batch and much as I like Tales of Jedi and or Star Wars Visions, giving these small stories and having Disney Plus be an outlet for that. I mean, the main contention really is the movies, and right now I'm not. I can say, am I happy? I'm not. I also can't take the word for it. Some of the projects that they announced and still waiting on, and what might come, and then might not come, whatever. And so now we're just kind of like in this waiting period. And then when things get announced, I don't have a level of excitement or enthusiasm because they just proven to me not to follow the track record they established since of Rise of Skywalker. So yeah, right now I'm not happy as a Star Wars fan in terms theatrically because that's where I feel that's where I can see full essence of Star Wars. But at the same time, with Star Wars content that's out there, that in terms of Disney Plus and stuff, hit or miss. But again, I think for me, I'm enjoying it more than I guess can people have left little to be desired, in my opinion. Because again, I am looking forward to the Acolyte show, which we got a new trailer for today. And unlike people being, either being superly excited or trying to be just saying it's dead on arrival, which I don't believe. I'm just intrigued to see not have a level of expectation of thinking that something's going to be great or anything. I'm just like, let me just see how this goes. And Acolyte, you have a lot of actors that I'm fans with, fans of and everything. I'm just want to see a good Star Wars story and see something new. And I think honestly, this is the first time, to be honest with you, that we're getting something new, not anything pre-established from the original trilogy, anything pre-established from Dave Filoni. In terms of animated properties and stuff, this is a new era for. But then obviously we try to find something to plan about for it. But I mean, I'm trying to be open arms with it. But at the same time, to give my honest opinion right now, am I satisfied as a Star Wars fan? I'm not. But am I still open to content and stuff they're doing and knowledge that when they're doing good, like Bad Batch and other stuff like that? Absolutely. So, but yeah, those are my 2 cents on that.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, Disney, he did not mean that. Like he is celebrating with all of us for the 4th, and we
Absolutely.
appreciate all you've done.
Oh, absolutely. I will take. Yeah, listen. Hey, it's gonna be so. I'll gladly do reviews of videos and products and all this stuff like that. Take me to Disneyland. Take me to Disneyland. I've never been.
But that's fair. I think that's fair that whether where we're at in professions that they know that we don't go on a rampage making 20 videos on stuff and whatnot, that we will criticize stuff when we feel like criticizing it, but not because of clout or because other egoistic stuff, but it's because we genuinely care about a franchise that from our each individual's perspective, we want to have improvement on a daily basis whenever we get a show and whatnot, that there's always an opportunity for improvement and not everything is perfect. Some stuff people do consider perfect. That's for the individual subjectively and whatnot. But I appreciate that he has that take whatnot. I know why you said that. But I think that's the beauty of Star Wars, that there's so much space that it can improve and so places that you can go. So I think that's what's going to lead us to first topic, saying that like it has been 25 years. 25 years, y'all, since we got the Phantom Menace. It's been 25 years since
Good
this.
gosh,
I know.
Yeah,
it's been 25 years since this hit the fan, and what's so crazy about this movie is that surely people can be like, yeah, it's not a maybe well-made film or whatnot, written wise and whatnot. People have that valid takes and whatnot, that pacing wise and edited wise, who knows? I always dug it because I was a kid when it came out. And what I dug is that in hindsight, it opened the canvas out, that it time-wise, it doesn't have to be old and used like the original trilogy was, which is the way I prefer it, but that you need at one point, everything was shiny and new, and there was a volume amount of stuff before it became simple and solid like the original was. So I I still like the movie. I still think that it's not in my top 5 things of Star Wars, but I appreciate the stuff it opened because we needed this movie to get to Clone Wars, and then Clone Wars led to a bunch of other stuff that elevated the franchise, in my opinion. Um, did anybody able to catch the 25th anniversary screenings that they had around the world?
Yeah, I mean, I remember back in 1999, I was a little young buck, but I was in that
I
theater.
mean, I saw the real one in the movie theaters.
Yeah, yeah, I had a little pacifier in my mouth, but I was still able to go see the film. I think and stuff. But I think that's where it started. Back
I
in
wasn't born when it came out.
Yeah, back in 1999, that's where I remember being carried. I had a front row seat. I was in the in baby carriage, and they put me on the side. I was able to watch it. But yeah, I was born in 1998, so I gotta
wait. I was about to say, weren't you like one?
I was one, but
you remember
I was
it?
old enough. That's
You
all
remember?
I needed. That was all I needed.
He don't remember anything. He was told.
I believe
he was told
1-year-old
being in a theater. That's what that was.
See, I almost had busy for a moment. See, he was listening like, really, okay.
He's full of shit, dude. I was in my mom's stomach, bro. You tripping?
No, I was 20. Yeah, I'm 26. Well, I'll be 26 this year, so be 25 years. So almost all of my life, this film has been part of my existence. So yeah.
So hold on. As the older person here, and I don't normally do this because I don't like saying it. I'm gonna kind of say something that's gonna sound really jarring, but I think it's honestly the truth. I saw The Phantom Menace in the movie theater, and one of the thing about that moment of watching it, I felt like I was a part of history. Like,
is that how you felt like when you saw Return of the Jedi in the theaters?
There were people that were so excited for just having Star Wars back. Yeah. And I think that's part of the reason why, like, I know Mike has his indiscretions about how the movie quality stuff is now. But a lot of the stuff that I'm getting with these shows and the lore, like, I only dare to dream about some of that stuff to read on it, or maybe get like a random blip on a comic. And so when Phantom Menace came out, I was like, yo, I don't know how this is going to be. I had no expectation of this being a great movie. I just wanted it to give me an experience to be a part of Star Wars. And that did. Of course, I watched the originals, but this was the movie that like started me on this really different platform. And I mean, as much as people talk dirt about Jar Jar Binks and Anakin and all these other kind of things, like, it still gave one of the best lightsaber fights of all time. It still has one of the best tracks of any Star Wars movie. And I think that from a foundation standpoint, like, it gave us what we were hoping for from a VFX standpoint, and this transition to like elevating what the medium could really look like. And I think that after the movie was done, I went and saw that movie like 5 more times after the fact, because everybody around was just so excited to be a part of Star Wars in that moment. And I think that when I think about, like, may the fourth be with you, I go back to that same exact headset. Like, I was one of those people when The Last Jedi came out, as controversial that movie was for people, I still loved every minute of it. I still go back, and I actually have like the cemented movie ticket, like in a plaque, for seeing that at the premiere and stuff like that. And it's kind of just like certain milestone moments is whatever you think about the films, yes or no, but I don't know. I really appreciate and value moments like that. And I think that's where it's a little different for me. But maybe you guys feel different. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, we'll get to, I guess, talking about like, the first of the sequel series. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that was experience for y'all. I don't know. I'm really curious when y'all go into that.
Busy, you're mute.
My bad.
There you go.
So a lot of people usually crap on the sequel trilogy, and yeah, I'm not a fan of the last 2 movies, but at the end of the day, when they dropped The Force Awakens, Yeah, 2015. Again, I feel like it's the same vibe with Sam. I felt like
Oh yeah.
this was huge because I remember growing up, like just it was just like all the adults were saying, "Oh my," talking about Star Wars, and then constantly bringing up the fact that we're never going to be seeing another Star Wars film, and it was just a constant thing. We're not doing it. We're not getting it. We never get one. Why would you think we would get one? And then when they announced Force Awakens, then when the trailer dropped and just like it just I don't know. I feel like that was a big change. I feel like that was like one of the first moments where I was like hearing people just like going crazy, talking about theories, talking about what this trailer could mean, who's gonna pop up. It was just like one of those huge things that I feel like I first experienced for the first time with Force Awakens. So although the sequels aren't my favorite thing, the Force Awakens has like a special place in my heart. Like I love that movie. I feel like it gets way too much hate. Yeah, the other two I do not care for. I'm not
I get
again.
it.
I'm not
I get it.
I'm not the biggest fan, but this movie is just like it's something else, and I loved being able to experience it in the theaters. It was a whole different vibe. It was great.
Yeah, I think it was I was in my junior year in high school when The Force Awakens came out. And that was a time where it's like, listen, like the build up, the anticipation, people at school and everything. Like I was driving to get my friends to go to the theater. We're in line, one of the first ones in line, to AMC 24 down in like Hampton Roads, Virginia. I remember it. And I think it was a time. It was like you got before. And you see, and I actually think the sequel trilogy is actually also a good part of history too, just also as fandom and culture, because 2017 was also a big year, or 20 was it 20? I think for the Last Jedi, correct?
2017.
Yes.
2017 was last
When
year.
2017 came out, that was the spark of fandom, and whether you can say for better or for worse, started a shift. And
Yeah.
now here we are, almost getting about maybe 6 years later, or 6 or 5 years later, right? Um, from 2017, and looking how fandom is today, which is why, regardless whether you good part or bad part of history, we were a part of history. We able to witness a shift in Star Wars trilogy, and I think it's just profound just to look back at it, because yeah, like I was talking about with Phantom Menace, like one of my oldest childhood memories was like having my parents trying to sneak in a Nintendo 64, and he had the pod racing game. And I remember that I had that for Christmas, or waking up. It was already set up and everything. We were able to pick my pilot and everything. And then that was one of my oldest child memories was Star Wars. Aside from like me, and my dad, having lightsaber fights, across the department we were in growing up. And and for those things, I have a positive memory about, which I definitely Phantom Menace is a part of that. But I think what you're talking about with how Star Wars films have, in terms of each trilogy, whatever, definitely have been a part of history to look back at, even the era of film at when the prequels came out. Because when the prequels came out, that was the time of the Matrix. That was the time of a lot of films coming out that we look back are now icons. That was during the Spider-Man movies, Sam Raimi. And so and then I remember getting those DVD when we had those DVD cases and stuff, like, and then we had the all new versions of the George Lucas, for Revenge of the Sith, when he took the whole entire saga, at least at the time,
Yeah.
and digitized them and everything, and got the DVD discs and stuff, and I collected all of them like Pokemon cards. But yeah, that was definitely something to look back to as being part of history.
Yeah, for me, it's the Star Wars. Hey Johnny, what's up, man? That was the first time I ever saw as a kid. It was dope to see it in theaters. Yeah, man, I'm glad you saw one. Not
Johnny.
what I dug, and well, for me, it was that Phantom Menace was the first Star Wars movie I saw on DVD, and I remember I was trying to watch Empire Strikes Back, and I rented back then, kids, when we used to rent movies at the Blockbusters, the Empire DVD at episode 1. I was like, oh, cool, this is something I didn't know, and I was just like, wait, where's Han, Luke, and Leia? And it went on another direction. I was like, okay, I like this. It's it's not as I don't think I like it as much as the one with the Wookiee and the droids and whatnot, but I like this one not. And it's fascinating to see how and may the fourth be with you, of course. Yeah, may the fourth be with you, Johnny. I dug how much I don't know. I felt that, and what's weird is that I avoided how much people were not into the prequels. That stuff just went over my head. So I guess kudos to my family for doing that. But I didn't know that they were ridiculed as a kid and whatnot, as I thought, they were liked and whatnot. So I they held a special piece in my heart. But again, I was exposed to the originals first before the prequels, and I saw first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters was Attack of the Clones, and then I saw Revenge of the Sith, and I thought that was it. I thought, okay, Revenge of the Sith, that's it. No more Star Wars movies, that's it. And then I'm in high school, and they announced that Lucas sold the company to Disney. And then 3 years later, after I've graduated, it's there's been an awakening, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I understand the sentiment Sam had about like how much that capsule in time was, and I don't know. I feel like maybe it isn't perfect, but it has a lot of concepts that, for better or for worse, depending on how people view it, expanded the universe, and expanded the characters we might come to like. Like for a while, Phantom Menace, it had the cool guy in red horns in Maul, and look where he's at now in terms of pop culture. He's just as popular as Han, Luke, and Leia, in my opinion. It has a lot of weight to what those characters has with his trajectory in the animation side of it. And then every era of Star Wars has redeeming qualities, in my opinion. I agree, Johnny. I agree. I might change something right now. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I agree. So for anyone who was able to see Phantom Menace in the movie theaters this past weekend, kudos to you. I wish I could do it, but stuff came up and I couldn't do it. Why not? But happy 25th anniversary to that movie. And to add on that, I'm happy Ahmed Best was able to come back as Kelleran in Mandalorian as a Jedi Master, because I know he and Jake got a lot of trash during that movie, but to see him in a new character and him being a Jedi, I was just so happy for him. When I remember just giddy up that I'm like, I don't care how I feel about that season. Ahmed Best got a new way into the universe, which he had done in that Jedi Academy show and whatnot. So I was happy for him in that aspect and whatnot. But another thing to celebrate in this year of Star Wars Celebration is that the Bad Batch concluded, folks. 3 seasons, 4 years in the zeitgeist of pop culture. And it was really, really, really fun to watch, experience, and cover over that. Busy. I think you've seen all of it. Mike, you've seen all of Bad Batch as well, right?
Correct.
Oh no, I didn't finish the last episode.
Okay, so you still have to watch the last episode. So
I saw a little screenshot of the last scene,
okay.
and that it made me happy. I was happy.
Okay.
I don't even care that I was spoiled.
So what I'll say this before we go into Bad Batch a little bit is that, folks, I'm gonna bring up topics that are of recent stuff, but I don't think we'll fully dive into spoilers just because stuff is recent. But I do want to bring it up because it is valid and it is in the week of Star Wars Celebration, or not Star Wars Celebration, Star Wars Day. But Mike, what did you think of Bad Batch? Was it a new experience, something add-on? Oh, salute.
No, I think it was add-on to something that was also near dear my childhood was the Clone Wars. Before the House of Mouse took it, it was Cartoon Network back in the day, y'all. And I remember that was like my dream element. I think middle school, really, when elementary school, middle school, when it really was getting to the meat of Clone Wars. That's when they stopped. But then with the Bad Batch, like after the returning final season of Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and then to get Bad Batch right after that, was just like a good continuation of that. But now, like, to me, I think this is like the full ending cap on of the Clone Wars animation, that look, that era, and everything I feel, which is bittersweet. But I can only just remember when it all started, when I was in the theater watching the original Star Wars: The Clone Wars film. And then just look where from that starting with that animation to now, and look how it's evolved. Look how it's definitely also now also matured in different ways and stuff like that in terms of the themes they were doing and storylines. But yeah, this is I can't say that because that's a spoiler. But this is what we talk about having stakes, but more importantly, having build up emotional arcs of characters. When stakes are happening, and when sometimes when they're paid off, is more satisfying and fulfilling than for shock value. And we've been seeing that with other animated shows recently. Now, knowing how to do that. So, personally, I think it's a good time for animation. Like, I mean, in general, TV animation right now. So, I mean, I could be more than happy, see what we're getting though. But yeah.
Mike, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes.
This is going a little left, but you talked about like the Star Wars theatrical experience. A lot of people would say that the original 3 are golden. Some people that are more realist are less inclined to believe that the 3rd movie was as good as it should have been. But when you think about the prequel series of trilogy and the sequel trilogy, like, how do you feel about either one? Because I mean, when I think about the Clone Wars movie, like episode 5 wasn't necessarily it for me personally. And so I was just curious, like, where's your headspace about like not just like the sequels, but just the movies in general before Disney even got them? Like, what was your headspace about the prequels, and what was your headspace about the sequels? And I asked that question because you were talking about, the perspective of how you want more for the movies. I'm curious if that has been like long-standing, or you're just talking about like the sequels now. Because
I'm talking about the films now. But like to answer your question, when I was during the prequel era, I mean, I didn't know much about the whole like of the original trilogy. People hating on it and all that stuff like that. I was just like, man, I'm loving Star Wars. Playing my lightsabers, watching these films and stuff, and me and my dad reenacting these scenes, in the living room, like, especially like Revenge of the Sith was when I was a little kid was my favorite Star Wars movie of all time as a kid. Right now, as I got older, is it still one of my favorites? It is. I don't care what anybody else say. The fact that every time we go back into the era of Star Wars people complain about is, change. Like that film, Order 66 and everything, was a pivotal thing of Star Wars, even through other content, to this day that we want to go back to and we still expand upon, even now. Like we're seeing, like if you go on YouTube right now, like you're seeing scenes of like they're happening in different shows in different mediums, but it's happening at the same time.
Point of views.
When Order 66 is executed, right? And it's like, come on, you watch this as a kid, I mean, to me, the battle between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin, that's something that to me as a kid I'll never forget. I'll never forget that. And also for film, because as much as Spider-Man 2 made me as a lover for film, like, because I was always a comic book and everything like that. Star Wars made me also a lover of film and the making of film because they had their special features, DVD extra disc that I will actually watch before I even watch the. I'll watch that more than I'll watch the movie. Watching how the Battle of Mustafar was made, how it was animated, the people, all the different teams, the caterers, all the stuff like that. I'll watch that over and over again for years because I was so fascinated with it. So yeah, those behind the scenes featurettes made me a lover of filmmaking. And same thing for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films too. When you get the special edition Spider-Man, when you get the second disc, I still have those, mother.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you answering that because the reason why I asked is because I'm wondering if it's an era perspective because I've heard certain people say unanimously most people hated the 3rd sequel film. But a lot of people like that a lot younger kind of like, they really appreciated what The Last Jedi was, and the movie before that. And so that's
I
why
thought
I
you were
was
talking
just
about
kind of,
Revenge of the Sith.
yeah, no. The Rise of the Skywalkers, most people like absolutely hate universally. But the two movies that, came before it, there's a good era of people that are younger that really like, oh no, that's my Star Wars. That started me off. And then the
Yeah.
catalyst from that was the Clone Wars series and everything that's going on in the series media. And so I wanted to get a gauge on kind of where Mike's heart was, because it helps me to be able to put in perspective like what this looks like from an era standpoint. It's not just, I think we think about Star Wars holistically, like this is this, but I think it is different for everybody.
Generational.
Because of different reasons. Right. I think that's what I was kind of wondering.
And speaking of generation, sorry, Johnny. I have here with us Johnny Bravo 6 joining us. Johnny, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
It's good. It's a little mini council of creators when you're here. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. Gotta talk some
So,
Star Wars on Star Wars Day.
so you've been hearing all the stuff we talked about. We talked about the franchise itself, Phantom Menace, Bad Batch. How caught up are you with the stuff of recent of Star Wars, and what's your take on how you feel the franchise is at right now?
Live action, I'm caught up. I've been slacking with the Bad Batch. I only saw the first season of Bad Batch, and I really enjoyed it. I need to catch up on Bad Batch, so I'm not gonna lie.
It's all good, yeah.
But honestly, I think right now, at least for the Disney era of Star Wars, this might be like the best place we've been at, maybe? Because, I don't know, I think the sequel trilogy just really brought all of the lingering toxicity out. And I feel like it's still there. It's never going to go away. But I feel like it's kind of at a point now where it's like maybe not as bad as it was before. Like Mandalorian killed it. I know last season of Mandalorian wasn't the greatest. But Andor people were loving. Kenobi kind of split. But some people love it, some people hated. Ahsoka, for the most part, I think everyone enjoyed. And then, I think like the people that are into like the animated Star Wars stuff, people have been liking Bad Batch. So, I mean, I think overall for Disney, this is probably the best they've done so far. And I think it's a good variety of content. It's not just,
I could say that
we're only doing original trilogy. We're only doing our era. Like we're kind of hopping around a little bit, which I appreciate too. Cause I think that's what I like in Star Wars is the variety.
Yeah. I
don't like being stagnant. So
yeah, I think that even on to shout out as well, because I don't think they get as much love. What the comics have been doing, what the novels have been doing, we could say we can go on another rampage, and it's an hour long about how they said they were going to connect the novels and the comics, but they're shifting. That's something that again I don't work in Hollywood. I don't. All I say is that maybe that shouldn't have been said. And B, I feel like there's a template to what those comics and novels are doing. The reason why I care about a character like Kira, besides that, A, it's Emilia Clarke, but B, is that in a movie that I think is okay, fine, I don't hate it in Solo, is that they brought up great new concept. And that's the thing I can say about the new era of Star Wars is that there's great new concepts that like you just have to run with it. Crimson Dawn, First Flight Ship, Kira, Dragon Voss, Ling, yeah, man, Maul, what they did with the gangster, the Dawn, if you will, that they've done with him over the past few years. There's so much stuff they've done that it's there, and I'm not saying, and I'm not here to tell people that you have to read and watch and see every single thing, but I think and I think a lot of us can maybe agree on, who knows, maybe disagreements, that the company around Filoni and Favreau is that if you follow them and what they've been doing, you might catch something in the background or in the foreground that if you've seen or watched everything, there might be a little nod to you. Some stuff might, and I say this with love, and said that some stuff might not be executed all the way you would want it to be, but it was brought upon. A good example I always bring up is that I freaked the hell out when I saw Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett, and I was like, they finally did it, went up, but then they decided to take that character in a direction that I would not have done that instantly. And I'm like, well, you did it, and then you shot yourself in the foot, in my opinion. But okay, it's your choice. I don't agree with it, but all right, let's move on. And it's nothing I lose sleep over it. But what I do want to bring up is something that I hope people are not losing sleep over, and I hope people are interested by it, is that we got official trailer, not teaser, official trailer of The Acolyte. We got Leslie Headland's series that's coming out in a month, muchachos, in a month. So we're getting more stories of Star Wars in a month. And I say I think my reaction that I like the trailer. I think I prefer the teaser. But what I like is that they're still keeping us in the dark. They're still keeping us much like the characters in the mystery of like what's going on. We do know that it's during the tail end of the High Republic. It's decades before Phantom Menace, and stuff is going cray. For anybody in the panel, did anybody see the trailer or did anybody watch it? Why not? Okay,
Yeah,
so
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, it's okay.
Yes,
So we'll do our best
actually,
to not spoil stuff or reveal too much, but let's just talk about how we felt.
Thank
So,
you.
Mike, how did you feel about the Acolyte trailer?
Yeah, I don't know anybody who actually read the books for and
That's crazy. You literally copy pasted that in my Discord too.
What's funny is that Sam was just texting me about that.
Man, no,
yeah, I'll be talking about that tomorrow on
my
my stream. But Star Wars,
The Star Wars,
right.
yes.
Anyway, Star Wars. So I've actually read the High Republic books.
Okay.
So that's where I'm like, I'll talk to you and Sam about like, listen, like when this show come out, like I'm very intrigued about this era because this is the thing everyone's been asking for. We asking for a new era, not asking no Skywalker trilogy, no nothing. Like we asking for a new world, new species, new lore of the Jedi and Sith and stuff. But yeah, we're going to the past, which is okay. But it is also a different era where things are might still be there, but again, it's kind of its own thing where it's got establishing a new story and base and stuff. And I'm like, and I'm intrigued, with the definitely in terms of the performances in the trailer that we see, but and the direction that they're going in terms of who are the actual protagonists and antagonists of this show, and how that might shift in terms of the narrative of Jedi, Sith, or the light side or dark side of the Force and stuff from inception, right? I know we will be getting a Dawn of the Jedi film. Or the Origin of the Jedi by James Mangold, which I'm very intrigued about and hope it gets made. But until ever that comes out, and just at least it gets to the point where we're going back to the I won't say the black and white of Star Wars, because I feel like the nuance today that of dark side and light side been kind of nuanced, where okay, there's no Sith anymore, but then there's Knights of Ren, but we don't know what they are, and all like in the current generation of the sequel trilogy, like. Back in the day, it was simple. The rule 2, the Sith. Let's get more deep into that.
Yeah.
And Apprentice Jedi. Like, let's get more into that. I read the comment section, and I think some people, again, this show definitely probably could be a dead on arrival for some people. Not because of the quality of the show, but really just because of the producer or the director of the show. Is maybe some of her comments and stuff where people can just disassociate from that.
Yeah.
But that's again that it is it's PR, and that's whatever all is tied to and stuff. But I am intrigued. What I'm seeing, I'm not concerned. I'm not overly excited because I'm not trying to have any false expectation, which is another thing I think that we continually do. And I just wanted to try to just consume a good story as much as I can, but be open to something that, hey, this is not what I've known before what Star Wars could be, but then I'm not going to be like, this isn't Star Wars. What is that? What is Star Wars? Who can ask that? Who can answer that question aside from, the creator, but us as a fan base who've been consuming this for over 20, plus years. What's our answer saying what is Star Wars?
Yeah.
So I think that's the point when this show come out, we're getting to a more past before the timeline of stuff that we already been known to. So that's interesting. But again, it's gonna be push and pull of it. But I'm gonna be accepting this with open arms and just trying to proceed with caution with the show. But yeah.
So before Johnny, you give your intake of what you saw without non-spoiler stuff. Just to confirm, Draven said, "Nah, I rewrote that." So
yeah.
All right. What did you think? What did you think about the trailer?
Pretty much everything Mike said, to be honest. I mean, I'll start off with just, let me make everyone uncomfortable. I'm a Last Jedi enjoyer, and one of my favorite parts of The Last Jedi is I liked that Rian Johnson was trying to go into the Force a little bit. Like when Luke is teaching Rey about it, that's like, those are the best scenes in the movie to me. Like, I love all that. So if we could get some stuff like that in Acolyte where we're kind of just breaking it down, like Jedi stuff, Sith stuff, Force stuff, whatever, I'm there for all of it. Same thing, like the trailers haven't blown me away, but I think they look solid, they look good. I think the cast is good, and it almost seems like we're trying to do like a Star Wars like murder mystery type thing, and I'm all the way down for that. That sounds cool as hell to me. So I'm hopeful. I don't know. I'm hopeful. And I think honestly, me not going in with like crazy high expectations will probably only be good for me in the long run. Because I feel like everybody went into like Kenobi expecting greatness, and wasn't the greatest, but I still enjoyed it. But like, and Ahsoka, like you go in like expecting it to live up to Rebels. Like I'm just going in expecting Star Wars. I'm excited to see a new era that we haven't seen in live action. Hopefully, I hope it does well, so then we can get more stuff in that era, just so you have more stuff to play around with in the future instead of just like prequel, original, like, sequel.
Yeah, exactly. I it was fun to see how this new cast is just gonna go forward with it. Seeing again, this is not spoilers, this is from the teaser, and I won't go into detail. But seeing Lee Jung Jae as Jedi Master, seeing Daphne Keene as a Jedi and whatnot, that's so cool and whatnot. I don't know. It's weird to see that, like, I'm not fully into in the know-how of the High Republic, and not because like it was just because it was a big commitment, and how I'm supposed to handle what Farron Filoni is doing, and then I'm also like, okay, but I love Star Wars, but it's not the only thing I like about Star Wars. I have enough trouble with The Last of Us. I have enough stuff to do with other franchises and whatnot. So I like that Mike might be going into this series knowing more stuff than I do, and I'm happy and proud of that. And I bought the first comic book, so more or less I know a couple stuff here and there. But yeah, I agree. I feel like this is gonna be the one that in a long time, I don't know what's gonna happen and where the stakes are at, where we're at, and that's very sexy in a weird way for me. The fact that I'm like, all right, let's go into it. I don't know who the players are, and to see how they've been teasing the perspective, like, well, we're gonna see perspective from the dark side as well, of how they view the Jedi, and how it wasn't just the Clone Wars that triggered that. Like, it was a big stepping stone, but for a while now, that might have been developing a crisis for them that let Sheev go in there and be like, all right, let me just fuck with them and see what's gonna go down or not. And I mean, I can't go wrong with Star Wars Kung Fu and seeing Carrie-Anne Moss on the screen. Like, you cannot go wrong with that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm hopeful. I will be there on June 4th to check it out and whatnot. And I think a lot of us will go in there. And again, I think the key word is hopeful. Hopeful, and delivering to make sure that these new characters that I'm not too fully aware with take us on a ride, and that they don't let go, and that we don't let go either. So we've talked Phantom Menace. We talked Star Wars Day a little bit. We talked Acolyte. Something that I'm not sure who's seen all of it, but something that's another thing interesting to talk about is that Tales of the Empire has dropped. I'm gonna do my best not to go on a ramble, because this show was so unique to experience and to watch it with a couple of the boys here. Again, not spoiler boys, not to ruin stuff or not, but I feel like this is another phenomenal addition to the universe, and taking us through the eyes of two characters that I didn't expect we get more stories of or get more resolution. And thank God Diana Lee Santo got more stuff to do with Morgan Elsbeth and Kathy Yang, who played her younger self. And if you don't want to know more about the other side of this series, I would say avoid this and come back and hang out with us. But I'm going to show another photo of another character that I think I can speak for Busy and I. We've been waiting for answers or Johnny and Jedi as well, that we've been waiting to see what happened with that element of the Clone Wars. So the fact that we finally got a glimpse of what happened to Barriss Offee was so intriguing, and I commend the writers because I want to make this clear as well. Yes, I love Dave Filoni. I love what he's been doing, the spearheading, him and Jon Favreau. But I want to give shout outs to Amanda Rose Munoz, Nicholas Anastasio, and Matt Michonet, who are the writers and also the directors of the episode themselves, Nate Villanueva, Stuart Lee, and Sal Reese. Shout out to them because there is, I want to talk so much, but there was some cool shit in there. For those who've seen the series, not spoilers, how do we feel about it? I know.
You couldn't help yourself.
I know. Fuck.
Ronan.
It was good.
It was excellent. It was freaking amazing. One of the characters, again, I don't know Clone Wars, and they did such a great job of building a foundation for what it means to be a Jedi and a Jedi Master, and going through certain trials and tribulations to get to where they need to be. That I was so proud of how they handled that from a story standpoint. But then certain characters that I was like I don't think I'll care, but I did. And I mean, aside from amazing action and great VFX from an animation standpoint, this was just really good, man. I think they nailed it with Tales of the Jedi and Tales of Empire, personally.
Busy? Anybody else?
So I kind of feel the same way. The last 3 episodes, to be able to see that arc was probably one of my favorite character. Just, I don't know how to say it because I don't really want to call it an arc because we only got like 3 short episodes, but at the same time, it kind of was, So at the end of the day, to be able to see the change and to see where she started, that character started in Clone Wars and where they ended in the Tales of the Empire, I was super happy with that. It was one of my favorite things that I've experienced as a Star Wars fan because she has been a character that I've been so interested in and wanting to see what happened to her, and I just didn't want her to be another one of those characters that just was written off. But
yeah,
I'm excited.
But I want to say before we go ahead, what was so cool is that Sam said he didn't know nothing about the Clone Wars and what we had grown up with, what the character had done. But Sam, in hindsight, once we did a review that you'll see later on, is that you did kind of know in a way this character because you did grow up with this Clone Wars. You did grow up with Gandhi Tartakovsky's Clone Wars. So
old head.
At point, folks, when you do watch one of the videos when they drop, there's a point where he has a realization. He's like, wait, what? That's from this and this. And I was so giddy from him. Like, oh yes, dude. Yes.
Yeah.
My boy's an old head.
And Johnny, have you had the chance to see Tales of the Empire yet or no?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm probably gonna watch that like later or tomorrow. I'm watching it very soon.
Yeah, man, get on that one.
I'm excited.
Have you seen it yet or no?
Yeah, I have. I said I'm recording my reviews later,
Nice.
And stuff. But yeah, I've been busy. No, but one thing I appreciate with the Tales of Jedi that so was one of the reasons why I liked what Star Wars Visions, that this is the thing about having strong, powerful Star Wars stories and using the medium of Disney Plus to your advantage. And I think that the problem with a lot of other IP Marvel that when they try to use Disney Plus is that you have to understand they're going to be probably a limiting audience that have Disney Plus or going to watch Disney Plus, right? And then by doing that, you have to understand that there can be people who might be the diehard fans or whatever that also want to consume extra content, which is what the streaming service is for. But then at the same time, give it somewhere where it's beneficial. Like, hey, we're not just giving some half-ass show here and acting like it's nothing, whatever. But then, yeah, we could give some original stories, but they're very powerful, impactful, whatever. But also for people who've been sticking with us for years, hey, we got something for you to expand on something that you already loved, and we're paying attention to you. We're paying attention to some of the things that you've been waiting for or been asking for. In terms of, hey, this is where I like them to expand upon, right? And that's just how one of the benefits of creating extra content, but also not creating to increasing the quantity of content to a point where the audiences are not asking for this content, nor they're going to actually receive it well, because it's just like, well, it's Star Wars, you're going to like it, right? No. But when you watching with Tales of the Jedi, it's just expanding on certain, with definitely with these characters that if it's Clone Wars, you understood, how they evolve, but how, and how certain seasons, in terms of the timeline and everything. Again, it just in terms of how these characters involve, we never actually get to see it. We might have read it, we never got to see it, right? Same thing goes for Bad Batch as well, and as stuff like that. So it just, the benefits to reading, not just increasing literacy, but increasing in, moments when they give you that little bit of fan service and stuff, and you have a smile on your face. That stuff, that's for people that is sticking with this since day one. So yeah.
I concur that notion. Another notion that drove me nuts and I was stressing the fuck out of these past 48 hours was that, folks, if you don't know, right now you can get Star Wars Celebration tickets for 2025 of next year. It's in Japón. We're gonna have to fly our asses off to Japan to do that. I know, Mike. No, Mike, come back. Oh.
He's off to Japan.
Yeah, he's gonna beat us over there. He'll be like, "What you looking at that?"
Yeah, if you start walking now, you'll make it in time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually accurate.
So,
oh man, I am even talking about it now. I'm nervous of like how much money I'm gonna have to drop. Was anybody looking to get tickets? Is anybody planning on doing this? Has anybody been to Japan? Why not?
I just bought them during the stream.
What's the air right now? How are we feeling about this?
I wish I didn't have to start walking now to get there.
You want to walk now?
I mean, maybe to save a plane ticket. I don't know. Like,
rent an electric scooter. It'll give you some time.
Yeah, maybe I'll get like a Razor scooter or something. I don't know, because like, I want to go to a Star Wars celebration so bad, but Japan. I mean, I want to go to Japan too. That'd be cool. But like, I don't know. That's a lot, because I already know I'm going to be irresponsible when I'm at Star Wars celebration. Just spend like $1,000 on like a fucking like Porg plushie or something stupid, like I'm just gonna start buying
now,
shit.
Bro.
Yeah, like it's gonna be crazy. So I mean, I would love to go.
I'm going home with the Natalie Portman cardboard cutout, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you're gonna get the Padme body pillow? Sign me up for that.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Sign me up for that.
Whoa.
I never said anything about all that. Man, you speaking good ideas, but we'll talk about that off stream, right?
Yeah.
Sam, wow. I did not see that coming.
Sorry, I'm a degenerate.
It's okay. It's okay. Sam, you've never been to a celebration, have you, or have you?
No, I've never been. I've always wanted to go. I'm trying to wrap my head around the idea of going this time around.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Really busy. We'll see. But yeah, I would love to go. Absolutely.
Mike, are you ready? That was just Peter play. You already got a hotel, you got train tickets, celebration. You're going, huh, Mikey? You're going.
Yes, but I also got a wife too. So that's a whole nother that's a whole nother, thing. So.
It's in a year.
Maybe a year. And
we will take care of each other. We won't get
right. Yeah. And this, and in a year, this family too might be a family 3. Who knows? Like, and then that, that increased the bills and all that stuff and everything. And so, but yeah, so I have not been to Star Wars Celebration. But I'd like to, but I can't predict when it's like, when it's a good year to go, because it's like, oh yeah, this is when a movie comes out, so obviously gonna show this, right? So it's just like a bland year, you know what I mean? It's also if it's out of the country, I don't know, like it depends. But if opportunity presents itself, whatever, I'm not, the 1 year or something like that. Hey, God willing, yes. But I've went through a lot of stuff this year, so, and I'm still haven't gone to stuff that I'm already preparing to. So it's, life's been good. So with able to go to these conventions and everything though. So, but who knows?
So, quick question, Ronan, is
Go for
this the only year that Star Wars Celebration is going to be at Japan?
Not usually it's in Anaheim.
So the way I recall is that there's been since '99, I believe. Since '99, there's only been another time where they've gone international, or no, not international, but they've gone to Japan before. Prior to last year, on 2016, they did go to London. So this was, I think, the second time they had gone to London. But more or less, it's always been either in Anaheim, in the Midwest, or in Florida. I know past few years it was Florida, Chicago. I think the first one was in Denver. So mostly it's rotated around the U.S. Sometimes they take breaks in between years. I mean, COVID did swing that away a little bit. But this is the second time in the past few years that it's gone international, and the second time it's gone to Japan, as far as I know.
Okay, I was just curious because I was wondering if like after next year, will it be in Anaheim or will it be another international location? I was just curious.
Yeah. I need to tell y'all just a quick story of how this went down for me. So we'll talk about it soon after this, right after this. But I recently did go to Anaheim to go to Star Wars Night at Disneyland, and I had planned to be there hours early to rest at the hotel and get my tickets online. Hopefully, I missed the flight, got there very late, and on the way to the fucking hotel, they went on sale, and so I had to turn on the data, and on the Uber for 40-minute drive, I was sweating bullets alongside other fellow friends, fans, YouTubers, waiting an hour in a queue to get tickets. And when the half an hour mark hit, it said VIP tickets sold out. And I went, damn it.
Fuck.
And so like, okay, let me just get the 3-day tickets already out of the way. And as soon as we got to the hotel, bro, is this cancel? That is copyrighted, sir. I believe somebody. Anyway,
no, it's the round table.
There you go. Yeah, I was trying to think of a word.
No, it's a dojo.
We gotta name this Unchained Conversations, bro.
No,
we'll compete with council.
This is the dojo. This is the Ronin's lair. These are my samurais and whatnot. So this is that's not no council.
The Ronin's lair.
That's so corny, bro.
I'm from the 90s. Give me a break.
Let's get Unchained.
Oh, no. Let's get busy. So yeah, it was hectic as hell. I know a fellow friend of ours, Kyle, went through the same thing, Kyle Guitarin, and luckily I snatched some tickets. Mike, what are you doing? You're guarding? You're guarding?
Yeah, he's about the samurai shit.
He's the first guy. He's like, I will defend first. Boom, that's a sick ass fool. Hideo Sanada would be proud. Oh shit!
All right, if we're getting weapons,
I thought you were Drake for a second.
Oh my god!
Hold up! Wait a minute. We are not.
I'm the blicky yo. I'm the blicky yo. I'm the blicky.
This is what I am, Mike.
Oh no!
How about that?
Oh, Johnny. Johnny. No. Oh shit! Oh shit!
It's on.
Hey, we all whooping out our cocks. That's crazy.
It's on. Let's go.
I can grab mine.
Well, this is big. I did not think about bringing this to my desk.
Oh Lord! Hey, Mike, what's up, man? Damn. I didn't want to say
don't
it,
even have a word on that one.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Celebration tickets, Star Wars. Yeah, not Cox. But yes. Hopefully.
Oh, I missed Dicks.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but luckily I got the badges. Hopefully we can make that work. God help us in the traveling section. And but yeah, that was wow. My the boom sword. But yes, onward. Shit, Star Wars. So those of us who were fortunate, I know. Those who were fortunate enough to go this past week, and I think I think it's still happening. I could be wrong.
Yes.
that recently the season of Disneyland After Dark, that there's an event at the end of it where it's closed down for a few hours for just exclusive people to go to. They had Star Wars night, and it was someone who was very fortunate to attend to it and whatnot. It was fun. I did meet up with Cal Katarn and Vader's Lair there. That was cool to meet up with fellow friends / YouTubers who do this for as well. And I gotta be shocked. It was one of the few times that it wasn't as chaotic as I thought it would be. Like, it's a miracle, in my opinion, that I was able to take this photo and nobody was elbowing me around. And it was just like, move it, fool! I gotta get the popcorn and whatnot. I think it was a fun thing. I have to do a complaint whatnot. There was a point they said stuff was going to be on sale, and then there weren't. Stuff was being closed down and whatnot. Shockingly, the biggest lines throughout that night was for photoshops, like photoshops for photo shoots between like a section in Tomorrowland or a section in this whatnot with characters and whatnot. So I was shocked how much line there was for that, but I think overall it was a fun time and whatnot. Does anybody here been to Disneyland? Do you have any fun memories with Disneyland, meeting Star Wars, Star Tours?
No, I couldn't afford it.
I've been to Disney World.
You've been to Disney World? Okay,
Disneyland.
Cool.
Yeah, last time I was there, I was like fucking 5 years old, so I don't know. I remember just being there, and that's about it.
Oh Lord,
I was there.
Never could afford a ticket, so I mean, who knows? Disney conventions, Disneyland, Disney
we need
World.
to change that. We need all those right here. 5. I'm putting on the gauntlet. We need to put this vibe I had with the boys here. We need to change that. We need to put that for us 5 right here. I got to get you access to a park, and we just got to geek out one of these days. There you
pay
go.
for it?
God damn, man! I'm setting us up for something cool tonight, and it's just like, who's got the tab? Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I would just say, like, the fact Jedi Mike is my name, it just is like to have opportunities like I was able to cover Ahsoka.
Wait, that's not a Lord of the Rings reference?
What?
Jedi Mike, that's not a Lord of the Rings reference?
No. But I do have the ring though. Yes. Bam. So
my fault, big dog.
I know, right? So but anyway, so I would like to go to have the opportunity to go to Disney World and everything. Maybe I'll make some children in a year, and then I'll take them and have a reason to go to Disney World. Something.
You don't. You don't need to have kids to go, man.
Well, I know, but like I think hopefully to be more considerate because you have a little one. Say, hey, I'm sorry.
If they're one,
He wants to use the stroller to get around the park easier when they're just going to trample the stroller.
I've got 2 kids. If you have a baby that's 1 or under, you're not taking them to Disney World. It doesn't make any sense. If they're maybe 2 or 3 or 4, sure. But you're just literally going there for yourself. You're not going there for them.
Yes, I am.
I'm keeping this stack.
Selfish, bro. That's crazy.
I'm keeping it a stack.
They're
not gonna remember it.
Speaking of adventures in this group of whatnot, I have this guy. I have
wow.
Hey, the guy.
It's past your bedtime, Sonny. What are you doing?
Not work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. How you doing,
handsome?
man?
What's up?
Sorry, I got excited.
I'm starting to get sick.
Disney, why did you do this?
Yeah,
what did I do?
Every time somebody pulls out the lightsaber, I just have a whole nother conversation.
He literally said, "Oh, I got excited," and then lit it up.
I just
I didn't do anything. That was him on his own accord. He's a grown ass man. I didn't do nothing.
Is he though? But is Johnny really a grown ass man though?
Yeah, that's debatable. We could debate that on a whole different stream.
Yeah.
For 3 hours. For 3 hours.
Yes. Yeah, that could be the headline topic for council this week. Is Johnny a normal man? Does he belong in an insane asylum? I don't know. I got my fucking headphone cable wrapped around my lightsaber. Ignore me doing that. All right. Yeah.
Chainsaw. It's Star Wars Day, man.
Yes.
How you feeling about that?
Well, I'm exhausted. I'm getting sick, and my wife's sister had a baby shower, so not a lot of Star Wars today. But yeah, it's good to see all people celebrating the day and everything, because a lot of the times people are just celebrating all the shit and everyone being negative. So I'm glad that there's actually some positivity being thrown out today. And not just throw that out there, but Fortnite has a great Star Wars collab going on. So that's cool to see that.
I bought the Death Trooper.
Of course you did.
Hey, hop on, Sam.
Chewbacca's
Fortnite.
bowcaster. That gun is better. The E11 is broken and is not even good. John.
Oh, I was cooking motherfuckers up with both of them last
I was
night.
really doing that when I saw you guys were live. I'm like, oh, I got the link. I'm fucking stupid. So I stopped playing Fortnite and came on here.
Yeah, man, I got the link. Yeah, I got put my PS in the back. But yeah, but no, seriously, I was spending almost a full week trying to get to the Avatar state in this bitch, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, now we're going to a galaxy far, far away and stuff.
I think it's a nice transition, Avatar to Star Wars. It makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there you go. Johnny started playing some Fortnite. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Bravo! Oh, beautiful! I've never seen this before. I've never seen this movie before. Oh Lord!
Yeah, they got Legos.
Don't worry, I won't derail this stream. It's okay. I'm already making lightsaber dick jokes. That's enough, and body pillows. That's enough.
He did that on another show for like 45 minutes one time.
Yeah.
Chainsaw, were you guys confirmed for season 2 yet?
The
council, were you guys confirmed for season 2?
Not yet. We're still talking with the network.
Yeah, we're in talks. We're in talks. We're in negotiations. They're not paying me enough.
I swear they be canceling all the good shit, dude.
They just fired the showrunner for OnlyFans, so we don't know. But like,
damn.
I'm next.
Look, people wanted to see the beard, and and so
are they gonna have to recast Chainsaw Reacts?
Yeah. I'm trying to transition. I mean, I got the beard going on, but I got it just
you gotta get the glasses, and you gotta get the fake reactions up to par. That's what you have to do.
Chainsaw Reacts After Dark.
Ew.
That's the OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But yes, Star Wars Night was cool. Celebration tickets are wild. Is there something in the future, and we could go into this for the future, the last topic one is that for the future of Star Wars, is there a game, book, film, show that any of you are interested to see come forward?
The BB-8 series.
The BB-8 series? Okay.
I love his dead ass. He's like,
all right, cool. No, I wasn't seeing that come, but I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, they did say there was going to be a droids series, but they never came out.
No, I want to see Cal Kestis in live action. That's the one thing I want.
Yes, that's the correct answer.
There you go.
No, listen, I said this before, and I said this again. It's like with the last Star Wars celebration, they announced an entire slate of, or at least a timeline, right?
Yes.
But when we actually see that timeline being executed, and that actually I gave you props for even whoever going on Canva and making that bitch and putting it on screen. Like, yeah, thank you. That looks pretty for a thumbnail and stuff like that, But now it's like, let's get to it. Now, like the main one for me is James Mangold's film for the Origin of the Jedi. Now, a part of me, I want to ask, like, do I want to see the Origin of the Jedi? Do I want to see that? Kind of give me answers to everything, but at the same time, it's something new and it's James Mangold. But it seems like to me they're first going to move forward with the Rey movie or sequel movie with Rey in it, even though she's not the main character, but she is a factor into it. And wherever that direction goes, but then we have the Mandalorian, Grogu film and stuff, and with that, and then like what direction they're going with that. I guess we'll find out D23 because I was so pissed, and Sam knows this. With that, here we are in the CinemaCon presentation for Disney. They said they're gonna show us what was almost 70 minutes or some footage through all these different movies and stuff, and there was absolutely no Lucasfilm news, and you had the logo and everything. I was like, there was no out here talking to Coy Jandrew and freaking David from comicbook.com and stuff like, yo, there's no Star Wars news. No Star Wars. There's shame on them. I
wonder if they had plans and they took it out last minute.
I don't care.
Not the first time. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's constantly changes happening. I bet if the Rey movie was going into production this year, they probably would have dropped it there. Probably.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because Daisy really has a film that's coming out. She plays a swimmer. That's coming out, which we saw footage for that at the Disney presentation. But yeah, I just want at least a conversation, or just say, hey, we're moving forward with this. You don't have to show us anything, but just something like that. Because even then, I knew about the Keanu Reeves Sonic, or he was gonna be playing Shadow a week before it was announced. Because they were talking about that during the Lionsgate after party when I met Henry Cavill and them. So it's like, yeah, but we couldn't say anything for a week, and then they announced it. So I'm like, there's probably still stuff set in stone. They just didn't have a presentation to talk about it, but still, for like Disney was getting points because before we started the presentation, like, hey, y'all can be on your phone, you can report live, you can record and all that stuff. Just don't record the footage. I'm like, okay, Disney, you got some points, you know. But yeah, this was like no Star Wars stuff, no Lucasfilm or anything. So I was just a little bit concerned for like what, like y'all need a win, y'all, you know, because Universal, they have every right to flex, you know, and do that presentation. But yeah, I just wanted that for that. But that's the one I'm looking forward to. And honestly, with Disney Plus again, because Disney, their direction where they're going with Disney Plus, they got to move this to theatrical. That's where impact.
Yeah,
That's where impact it matters. And I'm not saying that we're not have any bad things on Disney Plus and stuff, but we need to have a win theatrically here. I mean,
So
it's been almost like what 5 years at this point.
So can I
Yeah.
ask a random question? I mean, I guess everybody's going to be different, but please don't use the default. What is your favorite Star Wars film? Like, in general. Like, if you could think from A New Hope all the way through, what was your favorite? Because it doesn't have to be the best movie. Just what's your favorite Star Wars film and why? I mean, I think about this from a celebration standpoint. So I'm like, what was your favorite? And what was it that, like, oh, wow, I need this.
That's come out. Favorite film that's come out. It's weird. I think just because I've said it that A New Hope, if that was the only thing we ever got, it's a great sci-fi movie, great fantasy 7 movie on its own. Bad guy runs away, good guys get the middle. Hey, and it's killer soundtrack. If that was it, would have been a cool solo thing. But because it was too rich of a thing, it expanded upon that. So I think I still go back to A New Hope. Weirdly enough, as a kid, I liked Return of the Jedi as a kid, but that was because I to me, the best first act scenes of all of Star Wars movies is the stuff with Jabba the Hutt in the palace. I think that is so up my alley. That's why Mando stuff hit with me well, because I'm like, that is the flavor I've been wanting to do. So I think as a whole movie, I think A New Hope still has gas and beautifully shot. I mean, how many of us want to go to those locations just to sit to watch the sunset and whatnot? But yeah, I think A New Hope still kicks it for me. What about you, Johnny?
It's tough because, like, yeah, I'm just saying from the lightsaber.
No, zoom in on him.
I mean, the movie I go back to the most is Revenge of the Sith.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could say I like it more than Empire though. Like, I know that's the default answer is Empire, but like, man, that movie's fucking good, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, when I'm in the mood for just like watching Star Wars though, I feel like Revenge of the Sith is just peak Star Wars vibes. I kind of get everything I want. I get good fights. I get Obi. I get Grievous. Like, it gives me basically everything. But Empire is like the best sequel of all time, and arguably like maybe even just the best movie of all time in my opinion. But it's one of those two. I'm kind of torn though. It's
okay. That's fair. That's valid as hell. It's a movie that a lot of us grew up with. So
yeah,
that's the gold standard for a lot of us in that way. Anybody else got a pick?
No, he said it. He said it is episode 3. But Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars film.
Yeah.
But one thing that goes back that has a special place in my heart is episode 3, because I have not seen a lightsaber fight that's topped Battle of Mustafar yet.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was on a roll.
There's me nodding my head.
I disagree with the lightsaber duel aspect, but
you're wrong.
Like Twitter. Oh shit,
Wrong. Twitter.
But yeah, it is that fight is up there. I mean, just from editing, the shots, the music, it that thing still packs a punch even to this day.
Why don't we pose that as a question then? What's the best lightsaber fight in all Star Wars?
Y'all need to ask me that question.
You can include shows too.
Okay, if we're including shows.
Wait, what? No, I'm out.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen enough of the shows. So I'm out of the conversation.
That's fine.
No, you could do a movie too. I'm saying you could choose anything. You can choose anything you want.
What you've seen. To me, I would choose right now Ahsoka versus Maul. That's what I would choose.
That is, yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say honestly, every fight Maul in Clone Wars is like that. Him fighting fucking Pre Vizsla, even though it's not really like a lightsaber fight. It's just it kind of is, it kind of isn't. That fight,
the line, man.
Fire.
One warrior to one.
Yeah.
It may not be some of the better fights, but to me, like just in recent memory, Baylan Skoll versus Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And then Ahsoka versus Anakin and that whole.
Oh man.
Episode. Like,
yeah.
They may not be the best, but they are really impactful, and I'm like, I love this.
Yeah.
So I gotta go though. I mean, but obviously, Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like, and people say the sequel trilogy isn't great, and there's not a lot of great fights. There are some moments, especially in Force Awakens, like Kylo Ren versus Rey in the third act. Like, okay, kind of cool, but I think the shows are at least starting to pick it up on that. But yeah, Clone Wars, there's a lot of amazing stuff in there.
Yeah.
What was the episode in it was Clone Wars? Because you asked him what film, like when I was talking about Revenge of the Sith had been the best lightsaber fight in terms of film, there's not been one that topped it.
Okay, that's film wise.
That's fair.
I haven't even I would never have even include the fight with Ahsoka and Anakin and with that in Baylan Skoll, even though I thought they were great, I just didn't add them into again the cinematic lightsaber fights and stuff like that. But I mean those are good points. But animated, Darth Maul and Darth Bane versus Sidious.
I was gonna say Savage.
Oh, Savage, yeah.
Savage. I was gonna say I forgot to mention that one. Savage and Maul versus Sidious is crazy too.
Okay, sorry, Savage, but like that 2-on-1 fight.
Yeah, that was.
And then it just I mean it came out of nowhere, and then the fact that it's you're seeing Sidious in a way where it's this all red lightsabers. It's all red lightsabers. When have you ever seen all red lightsabers like that? That's I've never I said I have never seen that where it's that's a scuffle between
bunch of bad boys.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say this controversially. To agree with Mike,
yes,
I think that episode 3 has one of the hardest choreographed lightsaber fights ever, or probably ever will have, realistically. But I think there are moments that are burned into my brain that I'll never forget, impactful, crazy fights. I go back to the 2003's Clone Wars with Mace Windu without a lightsaber, going ham.
Andy Tartakovsky, yeah.
I've never
gives him the cough.
Anything like that, right? But then, again, we were talking about what was one of my favorite Star Wars movies. For me, Rogue One was one of my favorites. It probably still is. I can go to that movie anytime. But there's a moment with that movie with Darth Vader that is insanity.
Oh my
God. That was a moment, right?
Yeah.
That's something, if you read the comics or read different concepts of what he's capable of and actually to see it and feel it, that was an amazing epic moment.
Or playing Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront. And then listen, I had trauma back in high school when we first played a game, and all of a sudden we're in Hoth and we're in a tight area while all these folks are rebels.
Yeah.
All of a sudden Vader just comes through. Vader just comes through and just obliterates you. It's that was video game level.
I was a Vader spamming dickhead. I would just destroy people as Vader on Battlefront. People hated me. Yeah, it was bad. Oh man. And I was thinking of Rogue One every time I was doing it. I'm gonna choke this motherfucker, slash him in the air, throw him over there. I was like, yeah, this is crazy.
Speaking of favorites, and we'll continue this topic. I just want to bring him in right now. Someone who I think is, I consider him a friend. I think he's friends with all of us. But someone I think who is also an incredible part of the Star Wars community, Kyle Katarn. Kyle, how you doing, man?
Wow.
Hey, hello there, everybody. Coming to you from Galaxy's Edge. I wanted to join real fast. Wish everybody a happy Star Wars Day.
I salute you, man. I wish I was there with you. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, I never talked to him in person. Like, I loved your content, dude. Like, the only good thing at Boba Fett really was watching your reaction when Cad Bane showed up. It's like, yeah, that was good, man.
Man, I almost fell out of my chair. I tell you, there's like a direct path from Star Wars like to my nervous system, and I just freak out whenever I recognize anything.
Kyle, so happy Feliz Star Wars Day to you. Happy May the 4th. Quick question. That's nothing too heavy. It's a pretty simple thing.
Whoa. Homeboy's got the OG watch right here. Check it out. Yeah, I got it from here. Yeah. They got it at the trading post and then down at the Black Spire Trader. Take it easy, man.
I love that.
It's just crazy. There's fans everywhere. We're all of us Jar Jar folks are coming together and finally giving him the respect that he deserves. You know, Jar Jar walked so that Gollum could run. He's a pioneer of animation, and he deserves the love. He's finally getting his love, and you know what? I'm here for it. So
fair. That's fair.
As he should.
Kyle, what's the best lightsaber
pretty great energy
fight?
here right now.
Kyle, what's the best lightsaber fight?
Yeah, it's been a crazy day. So many Star Wars fans down here. It's kind of nuts.
Right on. I don't know if you can hear us or not. Kyle, can you hear us or no?
I can barely hear you guys. Okay. I'm in a crowded restaurant right now, and I should probably get going actually because we've got people waiting on me. But I just wanted to join you guys and say happy May the 4th. Hope everyone had an awesome Star Wars day today.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. Go have fun, man. Knock yourself out.
You guys around.
Who the fuck was that
guy? That was awesome. But yes, so I don't know. I still stand with Ahsoka versus Maul in Clone Wars, whatnot. Busy. What's the best lightsaber fight in film or in animation where they're around? What's the one for you?
Anywhere.
So you know the Knights of the Old Republic cinematics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you can pull it. It's fine. Yeah.
It's on fire, bro. Those are what we should be seeing on a big screen, and they're flopping by not showing us that. But
also,
that's where I stand.
One of the fights in Jedi Survivor. I don't know if I want to say it in case spoilers, but library fight.
Yeah.
Burning library fight.
I'm telling you. Bro, it sucks that all the best stuff, like again, I'm not crapping on the movies, but I feel like a lot of the stuff that I love happens outside of the movies and television shows. And again, that's not crapping on it. Like I love them and all. Like I'm always gonna watch the shows, but I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that I want to see in some of these shows that we've gotten in like a cinematic or like a game cutscene or something like that, you know. And it's just gonna be amazing when we finally can get that transition to, you know, the silver screen or whether it's a show on Disney Plus. But
I will say too, as the resident Obi-Wan defender, the final fight with Obi and Vader in that show is fucking fire, and I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, no, that's good. For sure.
See, like show whatever that fight.
Yeah, we talk about the emote. Like, there's one way that can be combat heavy, but in other words, be emotional heavy, right? Where I put Return to Jedi and Luke and Vader fight emotionally when he said he's gonna go after.
That's one of my favorites too.
And then he breaks and then goes that. And even though that can be combat or visual effects, whatever, to me, I felt the emotion of that scene, and that's still one high up there. But with Obi-Wan, as much as people give crap on the show, whatever, it's like, to me, I'll always remember when that after the final fight and everything, just when Ewan McGregor, when he broke down crying, telling him, "I'm sorry, Anakin, for everything. And mind you, I was a kid during Revenge of the Sith, and now here I am as an adult, and I'm feeling like, man, just like it's just like a weight when you cried. It's like I felt it.
I was bawling, dude.
Yeah, but it's also someone put in the chat. Of course, yeah. Force Unleashed is one of the things, uncanonized thing they can put in there that break the universe. But the Force Unleashed, I like Force Unleashed better than Force Unleashed 2. That's just me. But yeah.
Also, I like the dark saber.
Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Wait, what?
I heard Star Wars: The Complete Saga is peak.
Okay,
that is peak.
Favorite piece of Star Wars media. To me, I think. Wow, man. Funny enough, Rebels. I initially, not that I looked down on it, but I was like, it looks kiddish. Who knows? I'll give it a go or not. And then I just fell on a rabbit hole, and I that became like almost like I never thought you could top or rise up to the level of Han, Luke, and Leia. And for a lot of us, hate Obi-Wan, Anakin, Padme, and R2 and Ahsoka. And so when that team, that group, that family did what it did with that show, it really was something unique. And I was so happy that like there was more space to do so. And I think with that, Rebels, for me, it's Rebels and Mando. Mando was the thing I've wanted as a kid, because I grew up with Westerns and it was just doing stuff that specifically that first season. You didn't have to grow up with Star Wars. You didn't have to know anything about it. You could just dive into it. But if you did, there was nuggets. There was golden stars for you to discover and whatnot. And I think that it says a lot about what the company has done thus far with both animation and live action storytelling. But what about you guys? Is there a specific thing of media of Star Wars that you guys liked?
Legos.
Again, another big part of our childhood.
Like I said, the complete saga. I said this.
Mm-hmm.
It's art.
It is.
I believe you. I'm not arguing with you. I believe you.
I rebought it on my PlayStation during COVID so I could.
As you should.
Nice.
Like that is peak. That is peak.
I remember playing like the original trilogy on the GameCube, and then right when I was about to get the Ghost Yoda, I ended up corrupting the system. I was pretty upset.
Fuck that Ghost Yoda.
That was Busy's villain arc starting right there.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I mean, I'll do it.
Play the Homelander music.
Yeah, I haven't touched the
Play the violin.
It's been over 10 years. Actually, it's been like 15 years.
Wow.
I'll hear those numbers and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly for me, the games, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like the Knights of the Old Republic set a benchmark. Like that was the first time I was like, oh, there's other stories. Like we can go in a different direction with this. Like, give me more of this. And Busy said it, but it's true. I mean, the game set like a certain tone. And again, I put it in the chat, but the Force Unleashed.
I was waiting for you to bring that up.
I gushed about that and everything.
Anytime we talk about Star Wars, bro,
like,
you need people to know, and I love it. I love it.
I get it, absolutely.
I get it, no, for sure. And I'm hoping that he's manifesting this into existence.
Oh no, I'm gonna start talking to people like legitimately. I'm like, wait, what about this character? Like, he's a clone. Like, make it work. Like,
I confidently could say that over the years since Rebels, Clone Wars, and the sequel trilogy, the three things I've heard, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, that people just want back. It's you want Obi-Wan Kenobi back, you want KOTOR either remake or in live action, whatnot, or we want Starkiller back in canon, whatnot. Those are the big three things that I heard over the. And then another one big part of KOTOR was that, and who knows when that damn game if it's ever gonna get made, or if it is or isn't anymore. But yeah, I know that's another benchmark, much like what the EU was for people back in the 80s and 90s. KOTOR was for this century, I believe, in my opinion.
So is it right or is it wrong that in Andor, like the Starkiller armor was randomly in there? Is that right?
People point that out or not. As far as I know, it's either.
I sent you the picture of it. I just didn't know if this was actually accurate or not.
Now they like to tease us just to make us remember that that's something we're never gonna get.
No, I'm saying, is it canonized? Like, why would they put it in there if it's not? That's what I was wondering.
Because they want us to feel pain, Sam.
As far as I know,
Wow.
As far as I know, I think even Tony Gilroy, the creator of the show, didn't know it was being put there. I think that was something that the art direction team did as an Easter egg one out. So
it's like showing us Leia training to be a Jedi, but never touching up on that again. Never showing us that again.
Did that happen?
Dang. Calm down,
like, no. You did this. No.
You can't just show me that and then.
I think the person to hopefully can bring this stuff to life would be Dave Filoni. Out of anybody there, and John Favreau.
Filoni.
Yeah.
Trust the cowboy hat.
Yeah, the cowboy hat.
I agree.
I mean, his Heir to the Empire movie. I'm like so excited for that.
Oh God!
Like I really,
man.
I think we're gonna Ahsoka season 2 first, but yeah,
dude, Star Wars Celebration is gonna have so much. I can't wait, dog. Oh my God.
Yeah, Sam. To add on to what you were saying about it, I don't think it is technically canon that it's Star Killer himself there, but I think that whoever did it, bless their hearts, that decided to put that in the show should be a small, tiny seed that can be planted that you can go from there.
Yeah, and that way they can touch back up on it in the future.
There's no way. Like I would be shocked if they never bring that up again ever. Like it's a layup. That was a layup right there. Don't throw a missed opportunity as well. And yeah, Busy, that's one thing that I'm gonna have to hold back with Celebration. It's just the amount of money just dropping down to buy stuff there. Prints, collectibles.
Dude, see, I would buy everything if I could, but the only thing I'm worried about is bringing it all back. Like, how am I gonna bring everything I buy back?
Exactly.
We'll talk about it later, man. There's ways.
There's ways. Hey, he says I know people. That's crazy, Sam. That's crazy.
Folks, we've talked Star Wars for almost 2 hours. God damn it! I didn't want to do this.
Keep going. No.
Fellas, y'all know how much the streams and talking to you guys means a lot to me. I think I would be a completely different person if it wasn't for Star Wars, in my opinion. And I know I would be a completely different person if I didn't meet folks like y'all here. So first, I want to give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream. It is a blast to talk to y'all. Hello.
He got excited again.
Yeah, I got happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. And anyways,
is that curved?
No, it's my web. That's I was gonna say it's my webcam.
I have a curve.
Listen here, straight.
Oh no. We're gonna head out, folks. But before that, I want y'all to plug yourself. Where can people find you? Let's start with Sam. Damn it, y'all. Sam, where can people find you? To let you know the camera's on you. So where can people find you?
Everybody can find me at Team JVS. If you want to find my special social is Super SEL 0320, but I'm on Team JVS, JVS Media Productions. We got reviews, discussions, podcasts, and we're definitely going to be going to a lot of different events and cons and festivals. So I appreciate you, Ronan, for bringing me on, man.
It's a pleasure, my friend. Anyways, Mikey, put that away.
And he cut to Busy after that.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Wait, you gotta plug yourself.
I know, but he had his hand in the Danusi. I don't know.
As he should.
Yeah, we need like a Dunacy holiday so we could just talk about it.
Can we get like a Sarlacc? One of those.
This man go revive the Boba Fett movie so we can get the Sarlacc popcorn bucket.
But
don't ever talk about Boba Fett like that.
Boba Fett's crazy. You find me at Busy Braun everywhere. Busy Braun everywhere. Busy Reactions on Instagram, and then of course on Team JVS doing a shit ton of reviews.
Beautiful. That's poetic.
Oh my God.
Johnny.
find me laughing about Boba Fett and being a degenerate at Johnny Bravo 6 on YouTube and Twitch. I'll probably be playing Star Wars Fortnite, and I will be talking about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake stuff tomorrow. That Draven came in here.
Man.
The hat.
Ayo.
The hat.
Yeah,
I'm a proud New Yorker.
I'm sorry.
I'm a proud New Yorker. The
He's
Yankees on top.
He is Italian, so.
Hey.
Hey.
Mikey.
Hey.
Mikey.
Oh no,
I told you not to. I
Mike.
told you.
That's
Why?
gross.
This ain't got nothing to do with Star
My
Wars.
stomach is sick.
Did you put butter in it?
It does tie
No.
in because Star Wars was inspired by Dune. So boom, it does work.
Yes, there is elements to it, but
Oh,
No,
so let's
not
all
you.
put our
Whoa.
Mike,
Who said
where can
that?
people find you?
Who the heck said that?
Lisail Gaib, where can people find you?
Yes, you will find me on YouTube and on Instagram at JediMike7. I got cards now. See?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's official.
Yes. Yeah, making the mess of LLC and all that stuff. We're working. Got some things in the pipeline. So stay tuned. You also find me here on Wednesday also on Council of Creators.
Fuck yeah, you will.
Someone's platform. I don't know who.
Who?
The word on the street has a beard. I don't know.
Yeah.
Word on the
Beard is
street.
weird.
Promoting Ronan's direct rival, bro. That's crazy.
What
How
the
do you
fuck?
ever expect to be as good as
No.
Council if you don't go past 2 hours?
No,
Come
we're
on,
not
Ronan.
doing that. This is not hip hop rap battle. No, we're not doing that. Chainsaw
Coffee,
Reacts,
coffee
where can
pack.
people find you?
Whoa, no.
Chainsaw's about to drop his diss track.
It's coming tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'll react to it on my stream.
He better not be Canadian.
Of course, you can find me at Chainsaw Reacts, Council Creators every Wednesday. And thank you, Ronan, for inviting me. Appreciate it, man. Even though I'm sick, I do apologize. I am sick. My voice
No,
is...
it's all
Your
good.
channel's sick, man.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah. Just kidding. It
My,
sucks.
my YouTube shorts are blowing up right now. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
My
Go
fault,
watch-
big dog.
Go watch his shorts. Folks, tune in every Wednesday. If you want this type of vibe, but dial up to 11. Go watch Chainsaw's channel, Council Creators. You can see all these folks hanging around there.
Chaos.
And yeah, folks, just stay tuned. We have a lot of iron in the fire. There's Tales of the Jedi reactions, reviews on the channel. And like I said, tune in. There's some vlogs going down the road and a lot of big plans set for the future. And to everybody who's still celebrating May the 4th be with you, I say to y'all, this is the way. Take care, y'all.
Bye.